In the black hush of the Pacific, far beyond where sunlight remembers how to reach, there drifts a creature so dark it seems to erase the water around it, a living absence, a shadow that swims. Sailors of old spoke of monsters in the deep, serpents coiled in the abyss, and though their charts were wrong about continents, they were not so wrong about this. Something down there does not want to be seen. They call it the Pacific Blackdragon, and to find her, for it is always her, the one who matters, you must sink past the last blue light of the world, past the twilight zone where fish still remember color, down into the region divers call the midnight zone. Here, sunlight has never once touched the water. Not in all the turning of the Earth's long history has a single photon from the sun reached this depth and lived to tell of it. Whatever light exists here, the creatures must make themselves. And make it they do. The deep is not empty. It only looks that way to eyes built for the surface. It is, in truth, a slow galaxy of living lights, the faint blink of a lantern fish, the drifting glow of a siphonophore trailing tendrils like a jellyfish comet, motes of marine snow catching stray sparks as they fall, forever forming, toward a floor few have ever seen. It is beautiful. It is also, if you are small enough to be eaten, an ambush waiting to happen. Somewhere in that soft constellation hangs the black dragon herself, motionless, patient, no longer than a house cat, but built like something out of an older world. A long, eel-thin body, scaleless, velvet black, skin so efficient at swallowing light that scientists have studied it as a model for stealth technology. She has no need to hide behind rock or reef. Down here, her body is the hiding place. From her chin hangs a single thread, a barbel, tipped with a small photophore, a living lamp she alone controls. She lets it drift before her in the dark, like a fisherman's lure cast into a starless pond, and the small creatures of the deep, hungry themselves, hungry always, drift toward that gentle glow the way anything lost in the dark drifts toward a light. They do not know that the light is a trap. They do not know that behind it waits a jaw lined with teeth so long and needle-fine that fully closed her mouth cannot close at all. Teeth built not for cutting, but for holding, for making certain that whatever comes near never leaves. But here is the strangest part of her story, the part that separates her from nearly every other hunter in that black kingdom. Most of the light in the deep sea burns blue or green, because most deep-sea eyes can only see blue or green. Evolution, economical as ever, rarely builds what it does not need. The black dragon, though, along with one or two of her rarest neighbors, has found a way around that rule. She can produce a second color, one almost nothing else down there can perceive: red. To every ordinary eye in the abyss, red light is no light at all. It vanishes into the black, as if it were never switched on. But the black dragon can see it, which means that somewhere in that lightless world she alone carries an invisible lamp, a private wavelength, a flashlight that only she can use and only she can see by. She hunts in a color the rest of the ocean does not know exists. Imagine that for a moment, an entire private spectrum, evolved in secret, in a place no human eye has ever adapted to. It suggests that the deep sea is not simply darker than our world, but different from it in ways we are only beginning to guess at, hiding rules of light and sight that have nothing to do with the sun at all. And what of the males, you might ask, for every predator in the old stories has its counterpart. Here the story turns strange again, almost tragic.
Male black dragons are small, pale, nearly transparent things, drifting through the same darkness as their fearsome mates, but they carry no barbel, no hunting light, no true teeth, no functioning stomach at all. They are born, quite literally, unable to feed themselves. Their entire adult existence is a single purpose, spent searching the void for a female before their brief store of energy runs out forever. In the black dragon's world, it is the female who commands the depths, who hunts, who glows, who endures, while the males exist only long enough to complete one final task before the dark claims them. So the huntress waits, barbel adrift, red lamp burning unseen, while somewhere nearby a shrimp, feeling only curiosity, feeling only the pull that light exerts on any creature raised in darkness, drifts closer and closer still. There is a moment, brief as a held breath, when the shrimp is near enough to see the lure clearly, when it perhaps senses too late that something enormous has been coiled beside it all along. And then the jaw opens. The strike, when it comes, is a blur too fast for a place so patient, gone almost before it begins. The water settles. The lure dims, and the black dragon returns to stillness, indistinguishable once more from the darkness that made her. Marine snow falls over her like it has fallen for millions of years, indifferent, endless, dusting the abyssal plain that stretches beyond any spotlight's reach. Somewhere far above her, sunlight is touching the surface of the Pacific, warming boats, blinding gulls, painting the world in colors she will never know. She does not need them. She has built her own light, her own color, her own quiet kingdom in the one place on earth still stubborn enough to keep its secrets. And perhaps that is the truest thing the deep sea has to teach us. That darkness is not the absence of a world, but simply a world lit by rules we have not yet learned to see.